Hello and welcome to today's video. We're going to quickly cover the two series that took place on Sunday in LOL Esports at Worlds 2024. The first two teams going home during Swiss stage, Mad Lions Koi and Pain Gaming. Went 1-1 in predictions. I did have Mad beating Gam 2-1, but Levi was that strong that Gam were able to beat them. And then Liquid did take care of business against Pain as anticipated. So first, Gam and Mad Lions Koi in green on there. We have the control numbers. Who was in control of this series? It was 59-41 in favor of Gam when it was all said and done. Easy Love 22, 8, and 19, 29% of damage. Kiaya 14, 6, 29 had the best KDA and nearly as much DPM as Easy Love. Frescowi had the most DPM on Mad, 12, 7, 6, 30% of damage. So, game one, heavily Mad favored. Mad were strong. They got after Gam at a high level. Frescowi on the Yone performing quite well. It was his first Yone win on the champion this year, which in my opinion didn't warrant banning it the rest of the series. That was highly contested on the Discord, but I did believe that it was not worthy of a ban because Fres really isn't a Yone. Like, Yone is not something I see Fres doing very well on, but they won a game, so people thought it was worthy of a ban. Now, Gam, Levi was on Wukong, and he was trying his damnedest. Well, they gave him Wukong again in Game 2 and Nocturne in Game 3. Two champions in Wukong and Nocturne that Levi has made a career out of. In my opinion, this was a legacy game. This is the type of game that reminds you of what Levi was and still is and will be after his career is over after this tournament. He's going out with a bang. This matchup indicates that he once again beat a major region, especially Europe. Vietnam has beaten Europe in the past quite a bit. Not necessarily a winning record, but better than other major regions. In terms of champion selection, Easy Love played Kesa, Misfortune, and Callista. We saw Emo get Yone in Game 2 and do okay on it. Played serviceable. His Yone, I think, is like 6-1 at this tournament. Kiaya, very strong champion pool, of course. Carry-oriented top laner. Smolder, Kennen, and Aurora. Giving the Aurora was a risk by Mad, and they paid the price for it. Kiaya was dominant. And even the Kennen game in Game 2, he solo killed Supa or Mirwin, I forget which. And Kennen, literally, he had Comet Kennen. And when I looked on GameOfLegend.gg, I could not find a competitive Arcane, I guess it's called Arcane Comet, isn't it? Game from Kennen in any level of play on GOL in the last 6 years. So it was an accidental misclick. He tried to pause to get out of it. It did not work, and yet he still won the game, dealt enough damage to get the job done, as Levi was just on another level. Emo okay. And then in Game 3, Gam were very dominant. So let's just think about in terms of control. Mad, 85% in control in Game 1. Game 2, 57-43 in favor of Gam. But then Game 3, Gam took it to another level. 96% of the game, they were in the lead when you combine Drakes and Gold. Levi on Nocturne is just another beast entirely. They really didn't have an answer for that at all. And they got punished for it. A very strong performance. Frez even getting the Yone in Game 3, but it definitely wasn't enough. And also some terrible misplays by the young players on Mad and Mirwin and Alvaro. Supa, not necessarily young, but still rookie, did run it down in Game 2. Under the top lane Tier 2. That, in my opinion, was a great example of how he played this series. Left a lot to be desired, and in part lost due to his aggression. Frez was the only one, I think, with more kills than deaths on the team, which is crazy to think about. Team Liquid Pain Gaming, this was pretty one-sided. Yeon very strong as the games went along. He just got stronger on Kesa and Ezreal. 14-2-8, 37% of damage. APA 12-4-7. Playing Ari and Nico, two champions that I could think of when I think of APA at this point in his career. His career is definitely developed, and the Nico certainly is something that is part of his repertoire. Cheaton, 3-5-12, 29% of damage on Ezreal and Jhin, leaving a lot on the table. Only 500 DPM. He was the one that had to perform, and it simply did not come to fruition. Weiser did open a lead in Game 1 on Impact, but Pain were not able to turn that into anything. Going with Nocturne, Ori, Jungle mid combo is decent. Jinkido on the Ori, I mean, it's better than his Syndra, that's for damn sure. Kuroka on Nocturne, I mean, they had to do something, right? You need a combo like that to possibly even the score. So, not winning is what it is. Pain, we're just going for the ride at this point, just trying to gain some experience, gain some popularity as they go into 2025. And well, not popularity, but, help their reputation on the international stage and in the Americas 2025 next year. They have a chance to, have a rivalry there. Maybe we see Team Liquid and Pain Gaming again in the Americas finals or what have you. In terms of control, Team Liquid, 83-17 across the entire series, 75% and then 93% in game 2. Even despite Pain getting quite a bit of Drakes in game 1, they did not have the control. They gave up a lot of gold to offset the Drakes. I think they even had Soul or something, and it didn't really make a difference. So, it is what it is. Great for Vietnam. I think if you're a Brazil fan, you should be rooting for Vietnam, another minor region going into this weekend. I think, bailing on the tournament, I've already seen my viewership drop, is indicative of why maybe CB LOL is not by itself anymore. You can't, I'm not saying for just myself, but disinterest once Brazil is done is not, or coming to the end is not the play. That's not how a region gets better. You got to support others. You got to watch more games, understand what you want out of your teams, like understand what good teams look like, So it's just something to think about. But just a quick video today, trying to get it out. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.